here I am putting in the Switch Pros RCR-FORCE 12 into my 2017 Jeep Rubicon that we call Pegasus. I went and used a bracket made by Robbie, or you can find him on Instagram under Code Blue or Shootin' Rob. And that's Robbie Roberts. He drives a blue JKU, and he had put one of the Switch Pros in his rig. And so I decided to do a little bit different. I don't have an aftermarket center console that Aaron Moran at Illicit makes. If anybody's seen those, they're pretty cool. I just haven't brought myself to commit to that yet. But the wiring's not as daunting as it looks. The way Robbie set this up, basically you're doing it as your own little CAN bus, running a couple of bus bar for the powers coming in and out from the RCR, and a ground bus bar for all the grounds. I'd originally had a S-Pod in here. I went from the S-Pod to the Switch Pro. I run all KC lights, and so this is how I'm doing it. I initially set it up, the switch was a little bit too low. It was not going to let me lock it into place because of the center console interference, so I actually moved it up a set of holes. So on the back of the actual switch itself, there are 6 holes. So you have 2 different settings. You can put it at either a lower or an upper. And so I initially set it up one way. I had to modify it, and as you can see in the last photo, I moved it up a little bit. I think it looks pretty good. My KC lights inside, my RGBs are purple. Now this thing's purple, so it'll all match, obviously, because I'm a purple Jeep. And I'm pretty happy. I'll be very happy with this. I'll be playing with it tonight and probably reposting. All right, I'm out. So this is my 2017 Rubicon. Call it Pegasus. This is a quick, well, maybe not quick, but this is on my Switch Pro. This is called the RCI-FORCE 12. It's 12 gang switch. This is how I put it in. There's a mounting bracket here that Robbie, or AKA Instagram Code Blue, made. Running a bus bar for the ground. Running the bus bar for the power outlets. So these 4 right here are 35 amp. Rest are like 15. I've got several I have not hooked up yet because I'm getting ready to replace my KC chase light with the newest version. So I'm going to be using most of these because the new KC light has a lot more functionality to it. It came with a mounting bracket I could have put over here, but I don't want my battery cluttered. I like to be able to get to the top of it because I do jump start my rig every once in a while when I forget to turn something off. And also I do want the ability to jump start other people. So there's that. So I'll go over the switch itself. Yeah, I've got the Rockside engineering steps because my wife is 5 foot tall. And I'm disabled, so it kind of helps me with this. So I've got it wired up. I can do it Bluetooth, but here we're going to do it with key on. Turn the radio down. My interior lights from KC, the RGBs, are set to a purple color, so this is kind of perfect. That's what these are. It's kind of hard to tell because it's still not bright enough, but yeah, purple. So you can change the color on a color chromatograph in the setup on these. But right now I've got it set up for the light bar, the rock lights, the reverse lights. Turns on my rugged radio. I've got, it's marked A, or windshield, but it's the A pillars. The halos inside, because they're Flex RCR-FORCE, KC. And then I put my front locker on, because there's so many instances. I don't like the clunky way that the Rubicon worked the lockers. I'd rather have, because I do have E-lockers on the Fusion 4x4s, so I can lock the front independent, which means I can also lock in 4 high independent. So, and it has worked in the snow, so that's why I did that. I'll be using these for the chase light when they're all set up. I'm obviously all hard mounted down in here. This would be that normal, like, I think it's like 4 or 5 gang switch panel that you get from like Quadratech or one of the other companies that makes it. Quadratech's the only one I know that makes it where it's the same fit and finish as your stock interior. I'm not really into like changing anything, cutting anything in here, but that's actually probably the first thing I can think in here other than my cage that is modified. Well, I lie. The Alpine Restyle is definitely a change. But one of these days when the wife's not looking, I'll probably change that out. But I like the way that the Alpine sets up so I can mount the rugged up here. But so this is, like I said, this is my controller. This is just how I did it. Some people mount it up here, mount over here, mount on the roll bar. I could have mounted it up here on the roll bar on the generate cage, but I decided I want to keep it down low. Yeah, so that's my setup. Any questions, hit me up, and hit up Code Blue for a mount.